Depression is a mood disorder that can interfere with a person's daily life, affecting how they think, feel, and act. Unlike normal feelings of sadness, depression, it keeps on happening, and it'll affect most of your day, nearly every day for about 2 weeks. This could lead to suicidal thoughts, but depression isn't like the single cause of that. It's definitely a risk factor for it, though. It could lead to it. And we'll get into how you may know you have depression or suicidal thoughts and what you can do to help those or yourself with these signs.
Here are some facts and statistics on depression and suicide. 5.7% of adults suffer from depression each year. In 2022, suicide rates among men were 4 times higher of those of female. More than 720,000 people die from suicide each year, and for ages 15 to 29, it's the third leading cause of death.
Risk factors and warning signs that somebody might be depressed or committing suicide are people with higher family conflicts. Some people who have lived through abuse also have a higher chance of becoming depressed. And a warning sign that somebody might be depressed if they're having headaches or it's just random pain.
Here are some protective factors that you can use to avoid having suicidal or depressive thoughts. Family and friends, counselors or a trusted teacher that you know, the police officer we have at our school, or the on-site professional social worker.
Intervention strategies if you're considering suicide or have depression. Professional support like therapy is a good intervention, just getting your feelings out, talking to somebody face to face. Medication could be a really good way because antidepressants and mood stabilizers can be really helpful. And engaging in other social activities like being with other people or at an event can be really healthy and helpful for your overall mood and well-being.
Here are some myths and facts. Myth: people who suggest they'll commit suicide are just seeking attention. Fact: all suicide attempts should be treated as if the person has the intent to die, but don't dismiss this as a way of them getting attention they've likely tried in the past and gotten ignored, so this attention is needed and may save their life. Myth: suicide attempts or deaths happen without warning. Fact: survivors often say their intentions were hidden because the signs went unrecognized. Possible signs include the death of someone close, past attempts, talking about death or suicide, big changes in personality or mood, withdrawal from people/activities, socializing, changes in sleep or appetite, giving away their things or making final arrangements like in their will, increased substance use, risky behavior, uninterested in the future, and a sudden uplift after being in a low mood. This may point to them deciding to end their pain through taking their own life.
Information on staging of grieving. The stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Being in denial is not believing something, like not believing somebody died, not believing something about yourself. You always don't have to go through the stages of grief in order. It can be from last to first, or middle to first to last. It doesn't really matter. Some parts of grief are a lot harder than others, and also grieving is not supposed to take a certain amount of time. It could take from anywhere for like a year to even a few months.
Here are some local community resources that you can use if you need help. Texting Teen to Teen to 839-863. It's available from 4 to 10 p.m. every day, anywhere, and it's for free. Additionally, they receive at least 65 hours of training, and these youth staff work closely with adults in case they need to intervene during challenging situations. Lastly, since you're talking to a teenager or a young adult, it's easier to connect with them since you're of a similar age.
Another helpline you can use is 988. If you're ever struggling with depression or suicide, you can always call 988. 988 is a crisis helpline that helps you if you're feeling depressed or suicidal. You can also text 988 if you don't feel like talking or if you don't have a phone. They have a website you can go to speak to a trained counselor, not some AI chatbot. 988 is used to help anybody considering suicide or feeling depressed. If you ever feel like this, do not hesitate to call or text 988.